Hello and welcome to this Game Pit stop for the Lord of the Rings Quest to Mount Doom, a Middle-earth adventure game from Games Workshop for 2 to 5 players, taking around 45 minutes to an hour to play. In Lord of the Rings Quest to Mount Doom, the players are competitively vying to be the first of the Fellowship of the Ring, and while you play up to 5 players, all of the Fellowship are available to be chosen from, and you're looking to unearth where the One Ring is across the map of Middle-earth, and then the player with the One Ring card is looking to get to Mount Doom first in order to win the game. On the player's turn, they're going to roll a die, and that's going to give them a certain number of movement points. Depending on how many movement points they have, they can move down these pathways, and they have various number of points you must assign to move along them. When you stop in an area which hasn't been visited yet, you'll get to uncover the item card that's there. Now, if Gandalf moved to Fangorn, he'd get to uncover the most important item card in the game, and that is the One Ring. He would keep that secret so that all the other players didn't attack him and try and steal from him, and he'd then be attempting to get to Mount Doom before anyone else could get it off him. Now, I'll talk about attacking each other. For example, if Frodo here moved up into Boromir and moved on to him, he would then get to take one random card from Boromir's hand, in which way you're going to be fishing for the One Ring in order to take it from each other. Now, only one of these cards is an item, which is the One Ring. The rest of them are going to give you various cards which you can play on your turn to help you out, like the Mithril Coat, which will prevent others from stealing from you. The Morgul Blade, which when you land on someone, it prevents them from moving on the next turn. The Crown of Morgul. Now, this is area specific. There are 6 areas of Middle-earth on the board, and this one, all players in Mordor are forced to give you a card. Or Lembas, which turns your movement roll into an automatic 6 for this turn. As well as rolling and moving across the board, at the end of each player's turn, they can draw one event card, and the events have got various effects during the game. One of them is to move the Eye of Sauron. Now, the Eye of Sauron, at the beginning of each turn, you draw one of these Eye of Sauron cards. Eye of Sauron, this one goes to Amon Hen, there's no one there, we just continue playing. However, if it goes to Ronan and the players there will have to discard one card of their choice, and then they're forced to go back to either Rivendell or Hobbiton, it's their choice. If it goes to the area where the player with the One Ring is, then that player is also forced to go back to Rivendell or Hobbiton, and they are forced to put the One Ring in the area they just left. And every player now knows that the One Ring is sitting there waiting to be stolen from Fangorn, and there'll be a rush to get there first, but then obviously once you get there, everyone will know you've got it. So that's one of the events that can happen with the Great Eye Sees All. There's the Eagles Are Coming, which will pick up a player and drop them anywhere on the board. It can never drop them directly to Mount Doom, and it can't move you away. You've got the One Ring, but other than that, it can move you anywhere. You've got, again, area-specific attacks like the Burning of the Westfold. All players in the Gap of Rohan, or the Rohan area, will miss their next go. Share the Load makes you pass cards around. The Way is Shut, you can play on another player's turn, and they must move and finish their turn. Or Gollum will force any player with the One Ring to reveal that they have got the One Ring, again making them a target, so the other players can attack them and attempt to get the One Ring off them to get to Mount Doom, to be the player who wins the Lord of the Rings Quest to Mount Doom. This has been a Game Pit podcast. Pit stop. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please check out the Game Pit podcast.